Raider Nation, what's going on? This Raiders mailbag is presented by Panda Sups. And if you guys are trying to get some awesome workout gear, or if you want their brand new shakers, go to pandasups.com. Use code Raiders for 35% off. This first one's coming in from Rome. What up, Rome? Stay blessed, bro. You too, my man. And I've been told that your first name wasn't built in a day. Totally butchered that. Let's go to the Tango 15. If Gru and Ruggs have stayed, what kind of season are we looking at? I don't know, dude. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Gruden. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Ruggs. Ruggs screwed up, and I think, we know the whole situation with him. Gruden, I'm still going to give all the credit in the world to Rich Bisaccia for rallying this team. And I think actually one of the best things that happened to the Raiders was Gruden no longer being the head coach, because that guy could not adjust. Let's go to A-Rod. What up, man? How much playing time does Zamir get? Jacobs is RB1. Is Kenyon Drake still a joker in this new system? It's a good question. I personally still think that Josh Jacobs gets over 250 carries, and I see the Raiders giving him about 13 to 15 carries a game. I went ahead and I looked at what the Patriots did with Sony Michel in his final year, first-round running back. They didn't run him into the ground, but they gave him about 13 to 15 touches a game, and then essentially handed the keys over to Zamir. I would say if Zamir White has 100 touches by the end of the season, that's essentially what you're looking for. Project 1337. I feel like the no-trade clause for DC's contract meant more than guaranteed money. I think it means a few things. I will say this. No-trade clauses doesn't mean a player can't get traded. It just means he has to approve the trade. From what I've been told and from what DC has said, that he wants to go ahead and be a Raider for life, which I can absolutely see that with the contract that he did. He didn't get a lot of guaranteed money. I think the most telling part in Derek Carr's contract is the fact that he essentially took a one-year prove-it deal, which is I'm happy about, because I've said how many times on the show Derek should take a one-year prove-it deal, or he should have played at $19 million. That's what he did. He bet on himself, and if it ends up working, the Raiders win. They go to the playoffs. They win some games. Then he's going to be a very, very, even more of a rich man. We got Simp 2020. What up, Jeremy Chugg's burner account? Chandler Jones is listed as a linebacker on our lads. Is he playing outside linebacker? So I know I said on the other day that I like our lads depth chart. I think they heard the show and they just try to screw me over, because now I hate the depth chart that they have on there. Yes, I see Chandler Jones is listed as an outside linebacker, but so is Maxx Crosby, and Max is going to be a hand-in-the-dirt guy. He's going to be a defensive end. However, I do think Chandler Jones could be an outside linebacker if the Raiders go with a 3-4 front. But also, if the Raiders are going to go with a 4-2-5 front, Chandler Jones is going to play defensive end. So can he be outside linebacker? Yes. He's also going to be a defensive end, though. So how about this? Since we are talking about Chandler Jones, how many sacks do you predict that he's going to have this upcoming season? There's going to be one smartass out there that says 1, which technically you're probably right. He did have 10.5 last season. He had 5 week 1. For Chandler Jones in a 17-game season with this Raiders defense, I'm going to go ahead and say 15 sacks for Chandler. What up, Nigel? Mitch, I was trying to say, who do you want to sign more, Nick Kwiatkowski or Nelson Agholor, or just James Bradberry? Sorry, it's all good. Well, you got to trade for Nelson Agholor, and it would be quite a bit of money. It would probably, it's $9 million. In terms of who would I rather sign, Nick's my boy, but I'm going to go with James Bradberry. RDog_76. If we cut all the people you mentioned, how much in total would we save, and then who would you sign? So if we could actually show those 10 players, Sam, from my cut video. Essentially, if you move on from all of these players, I'm going to do the quick math in my head. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going to save about $13 million. Now, you're also going to eat some money as well. So, $5 million bucks. So you cut all these guys, you save $5 million. Personally, I think it just makes more sense to keep some of these guys. All right, y'all, if you love the Las Vegas Raiders, if you bleed silver and black, turn on your notifications and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate everyone who takes time out of their day to watch these videos, which is why I hope that you see how much dedication not only me, but my entire team has on making y'all these videos. We got Jeff Amari. Could Trayvon Mullen be a surprise cut? Yes. Yes, he could. If you cut him, you save $2.54 million. Sure, you eat over $800,000, but if the Raiders aren't 100%, confident that he's healthy, he's definitely a cut candidate. LI Raider 312, what is your hot take for this season? I'm thinking Carr can take MVP. It's definitely a hot take, and I will do hot take video coming out probably a little bit later on in the offseason. But if the Raiders win the AFC West, and Derek's could be absolutely that reason, he's a dude to keep in mind. I think another one is for a hot take. Josh McDaniels wins head coach of the year. Again, you got to consider if the Raiders win that division, all of those things are absolutely possible. Michael, what up, dog? How do you think it would, or how much do you think it would take to sign Darrell Williams? It's a good question. I'll say $7 million. If I was Darrell Williams, I would ask for $7 million, though. In certain points of the offseason, players go for a lot cheaper. And if Morgan Moses went for 5.5, I would say if Darrell Williams would go for $7 million on a one-year prove-it deal, that would be worth it. Band City Raider. Mitch, I remember when you ate the chip after we signed Devontae. That was amazing. I'll make you guys the deal. I'll let you come up with the idea of what I have to do if the Raiders either sign James Bradberry or if they go out and get Darrell Williams. I'm down for it. I'm totally here for it. I'd also be down to do an eating competition, so keep that in mind. Now, at the beginning of the show, I said today's show was presented by Panda Sups, and if you guys are wondering what some products that I use every single day, here are some products that I use every day. I love the Recovery BCAAs. I take a scoop when I go to bed, and I take a scoop when I wake up in the morning to try to cure my hangover. If I want to make sure that my workout is A-OK, you take a scoop of the Fierce pre-workout and the Natural Green Superfood. It's going to help your metabolism. It's going to help your memory. It's going to wake you up. It's going to make sure that you're a happier, healthier individual. So use code Raiders, 35% off at pandasups.com. What up, Bill? Can we have a drama-free season, please? I'm just going to drink this with my pinky up and say I hope so. What up, Dab City Bullies? Hey, Mitch, what impact player or players can we get after June 1st? I mean, you can get any free agent. However, I want Darrell Williams. I want James Bradberry. Those would be the top two guys on my radar that I would like for the Raiders to go out and get. But you can go ahead and check out a video that I put on the channel last week, the top free agent targets that the Raiders could go out and sign. I believe the only dude that is signed, that has been signed since that video's out, is Kyle Van Noy. What up, Dougie? Do you think that Parham and Munford end up finishing the season as our starting at left guard and right tackle? I'll say no, because I think Dylan Parham is is our starting center. From the film I've watched, from people that I've talked to, I believe the reason why he was drafted where he was is because he's going to start over Andre James at center. And then for Munford, I did have a round 5 grade on him. I just don't know if he's ready to start right away. Good offensive lineman out of Ohio State. But I say Parham's going to start at center. Munford's going to be a reliable backup, though. CC FYIO, is Mack Hollins a sleeper for fantasy? If you're in a really, really deep league, then sure. Mack Hollins is a touchdown threat. Like, that's what he is. He had 4 touchdowns last season, and he can be a big red zone option, which is why I think the team went out and got him. Also, Mack Hollins has played some time with the Miami Dolphins going up against some of these New England people, so I'll say no. I would be shocked if he ended up being one, but you guys can go ahead and make a prediction in there. And how about this? How many touchdowns is Mack Hollins going to score? He scored 4 last season. Over, under, 3.5. Type O for over, type U for under. I would love for him to have over, but I'm going to go ahead and type my U for under. If you guys haven't already, please become a member over on Locals, where you guys can DM me your questions. If you don't know how to do it, go to RaidersReport.locals.com. I promise you, I will answer your questions over on Locals. We get a lot of questions on here, and I try to take time to answer them as best as my ability. I appreciate people who go ahead, and they also follow me on Locals. Let's go to RDog_76. Mad Max plus Chandler Jones equals scared quarterbacks. You're damn right, man. I mean, it's the best duo in the league. And yes, I am going to miss Yannick Ngakoue, though he had some interesting words to say about facing the Raiders, and I'm excited to see what he's able to do. But Mad Max and Chandler Jones is an upgrade over Mad Max and Yannick. Sebastian Diaz, where'd you get that polo? It's a good question, and I actually don't have an answer for you. So one of the random days, maybe like 2 years ago, I showed up to the office, and my bosses laid it on my desk. If I had to guess, probably from chatsports.com/Raiders jerseys, and then we typed in polos in the search bar. So if you want, you can go ahead and look at it from that route. Ty Davis, I think Jones gets 8+ because Max is on the other side. If Chandler Jones doesn't get 10 sacks, it's a down year. I mean, he had 10.5 sacks last season, and it was a down year for Chandler Jones. This guy is an absolute monster. So I think that he gets 15. That's my number. Chandler Jones gets 15. Mad Max is going to be around the 16 number. That's what I'm hoping. What up, Eddie? Do you think that the Saints secondary would give us some issues even with all the firepower we have? The Saints secondary is legit. There's no doubt about that. I mean, they got a lot of really talented players. I would say it depends what they do with Devontae Adams. If they decide to go mano-a-mano with Marlon Humphrey and he's able to shut down Devontae, then you're going to have some issues. But in terms of shutting the Raiders out this season, I don't know if there's a team that can do it, and it wouldn't be the secondary that would do it. It would be a pass rush beating the Raiders' offensive line and getting to Derek Carr. Purple Walrus, hey Mitch, any more new Panda Sups Mitch packs? I was able to save $139. It was awesome. At this current moment, no, I don't have a Mitch pack, but I do have some good deals going on. So use code Raiders, 35% off at pandasups.com. What up, Diego? When you come into the South Bay, if you're talking about the South Bay, is that just San Francisco? I'm actually coming to San Francisco May 21st. My flight is flying in. I'm going to meet up with Raider Ron, and I'm going to have some drinks with some Raider fans May 21st. Once I get more details, I'll let you guys know where I'm going to be doing a meetup that Saturday night. And then Raider Ron and I, with my CEO, James Yoder, we're going to be having a Sunday fun day, and I'm pretty stoked about it in the Bay Area. What up, Phil? If Dan Snyder can keep his team after all the team has gone through, then Mark Davis is keeping the Raiders. I do not disagree with this whatsoever, and I 100% agree. If Dan Snyder is still a owner of a team, then Mark Davis should absolutely be allowed to keep the team as well.